Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Comodin Cam, and today we're going to be ranking every Cosmos design from worst to best. He's fast and intelligent, but also bored and lonely, which I believe are reasons why he's such a fan favourite. While remaining fairly consistent throughout 40 years, he's had some unique designs which is going to make this very interesting to look at. So without further ado, let's just dive straight into the tier names, and first up, of course, had to be...
Hi, we're the Maltos.
Hey, I'm Cosmos. Do you have any idea how long I've been here? Seriously though, any idea? My head is spinning.
Now for the second tier...
Boy, am I glad to see you guys.
When we get back home, I'm going to give you the best overhaul you ever had. Could we chit-chat later, fellas?
And now for the middle tier.
Cosmos, are you all right?
Well, I'm still in one piece, but I can't transform.
And now for the fourth tier.
There she is. What do you think, Cosmos?
Is it safe to be this close?
This and more.
And now finally, for the worst tier.
And this otherwise useless piece of scrap will serve as a power booster.
First up is of course Generation 1, and I really like this design. It's a fun little toy, and I think they translated it really well for the cartoon. The idea of him being the Autobot satellite is really cool. Very lonely and kinda sad, bless him, but heck, he had a few good spotlight episodes, even if half of them are just him getting captured and the Autobots need to go rescue him. Nonetheless, a nice Autobot, good design, and the idea of him being a sorcerer is just funny. Only Transformers could get away with this. Now when it comes to the G1 era, we do have the Creo toy, which I'm not impressed with, to be honest. I really don't like this, but if you wanted a more cartoon accurate Cosmos, at least we got the recent Legacy toy, which was really sought after, but now it's really easy to find. Yeah, this is part of the Velocitron pack, and I really like this. I own this, and I've always wanted a Cosmos toy. I don't know why. I just think he looks adorable, cute, the posability on it is really fun, and I really like this. I actually made a video reviewing it, so if you want more details, check that out. Now, he was supposed to get a brand new Cosmos toy sooner in 2006 in the Classics line, but unfortunately it got rejected. However, it was revived for the Titanium series, where it reached a prototype, but still, sadly, never saw toy shelves, which is such a big missed opportunity because I really like this design. It really reinvents the character while still maintaining the Cosmos aesthetic. It's more of a live action sort of take. I don't know why they rejected it, but I really like it. The Saucer mode, a very modern looking one as well. Really cool, really nice. I hope someone colors this in and just sends it to me on Twitter because I would like to see how this looks with color on it. Yeah, just an unfortunate missed opportunity really. But the toy that we would eventually get 20 years after the original is this thing, which I'm not impressed with. I just don't like the arms. The arms throw me off. I can imagine it being fun to play with, like to put in your pocket as you're out and about, but besides from that, this is a disappointment to me. It's pretty much a doorbell. In 2014 though, we got a much better toy in the Generations line, and I think this design is cool. It's just not my favourite, mostly because I prefer a bit more bulk to Cosmos. This is fine, but he's definitely a lot more slimmer than usual. But I do dig the style of the shoulders. And the same goes for the Earth Wars design. It's basically just that exact toy, but now in a video game, and yeah, it looks fine. It's just not one of my favourites. This same design would be used again for the Transformers Robots in Disguise Japanese line Adventure, just a slight redeco of that original toy, and he got some artwork as well, which is pretty cool. Now he was in the Ultimate Pop-Up universe, but we only got to see his hovercraft mode, so how he would have actually looked in the Prime style is a mystery. But this hovercraft mode, it's fine, it's kinda boring looking, but it works. But at least in the IDW continuity, they gave him a brand new design, and I like this bulky looking Cosmos. He looks tough as well. His size just went up. And yeah, the shoulders I just think are really cool. That's one of the main things that stands out to me. It reminds me a lot of the prototype as well, so it's good to see that design come back in comic form, which I really like. But when it comes to the 2019 IDW continuity, yeah, they just used that original Generations toy again. But at least we got something much different when it came to Transformers Animated. This is one of my favourite designs because I just love how chunky he is, and just the proportions just make me laugh. A really good design, a good reinvention, but also similar to that original design. I just love the art style so much. It's just a shame that he was a background character, and more so that his storyline got cut from season 4. He was supposed to have crash landed to Earth, and it would have been just a huge fun just to have him around. And they were supposed to have done it in Transformers Prime as well, but they finally got that storyline in Transformers Earthspark. So there was some justice done in the end, but at the same time I would have loved to have seen that storyline play out in Transformers Animated. Now for Cyberverse, they would use that Generations toy again, but tweak it ever so slightly for the series. And I gotta say guys, I'm really bored of that design at this point. It's good that it got an adaptation in, in a cartoon appearance, but at the same time, yeah, those legs just don't do it for me. It's such a shame as well because I really liked his character of Cosmos. They made her female now, which I've got no issue with. I actually think that really fits, but it's just the fact that we barely saw Cosmos as well in this series, because well, she was treated really shitty by her partner, Mediafire. Like, he really did use her and kind of abuse her, really, just for his own amusement, for the views. So yeah, I wish we got more episodes. Now moving on to the Angry Birds design, and this works really well. This is a very faithful adaptation of Generation 1. It's pretty much a straight up copy, and the red bird really works with the head as well. Yeah, this is nice. It's pretty much that legacy toy as an Angry Bird. Now when it comes to the live action movies, in the prequel comics we did actually see Cosmos, and this is the closest you're going to get to what he might have looked like in the live action films, and he's very much that protoform exoskeleton type. His chest is really interesting though, and I actually do dig that head design. It's just a shame that Cosmos never appeared in the live action films, because I thought that would have actually been an interesting design to tackle for the films. But yeah, it's not the best by any means, and the chest is kind of like a bit of a mixed bag, but I actually do dig this in a small way. Now for his last media appearance, we have Transformers Earthspark, finally getting that dedicated episode that he deserves. And you know what, this design, it's good. I like it. The chest is a bit too big, like I don't like how small his head is, but for the proportions and style of Earthspark, it does work, even though it's not my favourite. But something I was delighted with and didn't expect was his voice actor being Weird Al. I actually think it fits really well with Cosmos. I liked him as Wreck-Gar, and I think he does a great job as Cosmos. Now let's move on to some fan art, because I want to celebrate all the great fan art out there, and first up is one of my favourite artists, Prime Kelly 414. And this is such a beautiful design. It actually does compete with the original Transformers Animated. I'm kind of torn on which Cosmos I prefer in that art style, because I really like this Saucercraft mode, just really cool, really cute, as Cosmos should be. But even better is Prime Kelly gave him a massive armor upgrade mode, which just would have been fun to see in Transformers Animated. I really love those shoulder cannons, and I like that he's got like bulkhead hands as well. You know, this is really cool. Next up we've got Joaco art, and this is really sweet. I like this. I like that you've made him a hovercraft car instead of just a sorcerer. Yeah, this Cosmos is just adorable. You're going to be hearing me say that a lot. All of these Cosmos designs are pretty much cute, and we've got another great animated interpretation of that design, and I like how you've added all the facial expressions as well. Yeah, this is just really sweet. Carrying on in the Transformers Animated style, we have Anti-100 with another great interpretation. It's funny how fan art Cosmos designs are way more creative than official Hasbro design, because this is really sweet. I can imagine this being in a Transformers show, and I just kind of feel sorry for this one because he looks really sad. Yeah, he needs cheering up a little bit. Same goes for AsDrawnByGinger's design. This is breathtaking. This is so beautiful. I like the satellite mode and how the wings fold on the back. Yeah, this is actually a really fantastic design. This is a fresh new take on the character, and I just love the text here, this pose. Yeah, we need a Transformers series with a Cosmos looking exactly like this, because this is fantastic. Really, really great work. Next up we have Cosmos as a space shuttle by Chirino, and they actually prefer the blue colour scheme. They have done a green colour variant, and I really do like this design. I like how the shuttle is backwards on his chest. You've got all of the rocket boosters on the front. That's actually a very creative take. I wouldn't have expected that because you'd think it'd be the reverse, but I really do dig the Autobot insignia in the centre. Yeah, this is a very creative design. I really like that DonutsDoodles has made Cosmos into a Thunderbird, and it's actually one of my favorite Thunderbirds as well, number 2. This works so well. This is something I would have never put together in my own head, so I'm glad someone has done this because this really fits. Yeah, Thunderbirds and Transformers crossover when? Next up is maxeralfa, a very alien-esque Cosmos, more than usual. I know he turns into an alien spacecraft, but he looks really more alien than the spacecraft, which I really do dig. I like all the extra details around his Byton taser. This Cosmos has a taser, so watch out. Yeah, I like the skirt area and how the entire spacecraft on the top really fits. Yeah, this is a really cool design. Even more alien-like is Shanar, and he kind of reminds me of a space turtle. He's got that vibe going off, and I actually really do like that. The arms are really cool. It really works for a spacecraft mode, and well, I do dig Baby Cosmos as well. I would love to know more about that family tree, but Baby Cosmos is also a big win. Next is this beautiful portrait by ShardikArt. I really do dig this. This is something I would have framed in my room because this is so beautiful. Just Cosmos chilling in space, looking at the stars, being just adorable and cute. Yeah, this is really sweet. I love the details all over this design, and the space in the background as well is really, really well put together. Alright, next up we have this very interesting design by StingratC. I like the organic approach. Very insect-like. The head reminds me of a ladybug, which I think is really cute and cool. I like the proportions on this. Yeah, this is a very interesting animated style of Cosmos that I actually really do want to see in live action. The extended little arms on his chest is really interesting take. I didn't expect that. Next up we have a beautiful design by Terminus Artwork. I really do love this, and I like how we've got a specific UFO type as well, the Triangle Newcastle 1970, and this is just fantastic. I like the roundness, the shape of this, the proportions are just really nice. There's just layers upon layers, and yeah, I really want to see this Cosmos in a comic book because this would blend so well. Adding more to the alien-like aesthetic is WaksWorld's design, where, yeah, this is actually pretty neat, him not having any legs, he's just kind of hovering. I'm surprised that we haven't had something like that already, to be honest. Yeah, this is a cool art style, very much animated-esque. We got so many animated-esque Cosmos designs, because obviously, it's fantastic. It made Cosmos stand out. We've got so many different interpretations from it. And it continues to inspire with Primal's design here. We have G1 and animated as a reference, but also for his main alt mode, it's based on the tripods in War of the Worlds, which is actually really a good idea. That actually blends really well with Cosmos. I do like this a lot. Very more alien-like, not the traditional spacecraft that we're used to. So yeah, I really do dig this. Really great art style, as always. And lastly, we have Godofcreating, and we have a giant Cosmos here. Well, I'm assuming anyway. If so, this will probably be the biggest Cosmos on this list here because, well, she's a space shuttle, and I really do like that she's a DARPA XS-1 experimental spacecraft. Of course, being a specialist as always. Yeah, this is cute. I really like this design. I like the proportions. And I'm sure in the future we'll get Cosmos as a spacecraft. I'm hoping so anyway. And there we have it, guys. Every Cosmos design ranked from worst to best. Of course, as always, let me know your favourite design in the comment section below. If I had to pick a favourite, I'd probably go with Transformers Animated. I really do like that design. To keep updated on brand new ranking videos, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on that notification bell to get all updates instantly. Until the next video, I've been Comodin Cam, and goodbye.